Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you may be watching this. I am Mikeila Kakiuchi, and I will just be talking about sustainable energy, more specifically the CVOW project, coastal-virginia-offshore-wind, which is a wind farm that Dominion Energy is working on to push their efforts of going net zero. And net zero is simply just not putting any more carbon into the atmosphere, and overall just stopping pollution to kind of try and reverse the long-term effects that we have been digging ourselves into. I can get mad about it, but I will not tonight. But yeah, their goal is to go net zero by 2026 and to finish their turbine farm. And according to Dominion Energy, the farm is going to consist of about 176 turbines by 2026. And we only have about 2 built and running right now. But I'm just here to answer some uncertainties and some questions that people had, which mostly is just like, how is it going to affect our fisheries? How is it going to affect the native life here? And our, like, why does it matter that we go clean? You know, some people, the general population are like they heard of, like, sustainability and how important it is and how we're all burning alive, but, like, it's kind of like they don't know what they don't know. They don't know what questions to ask. I'm going to ask those questions and answer them for you, maybe. A lot of it is a little bit, like, unsure, especially with this project since it's so new. And, yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. So, yeah, like I said, this is just a push towards net zero as a state. And the unsure parts is like the disruption within the surrounding environment. But this farm is going to be 27 miles off the coast of Virginia, which will not disturb any bird species. And they are trying to figure out if it's going to disrupt the North Atlantic right whale migration patterns, which is an endangered species that actually uses the entire East Coast to migrate. So, according to NOAA Fisheries, the North Atlantic right whale actually uses the entire East Coast, so off the southeast U.S. coast of Cape Fear, North Carolina, to below Cape Canaveral, Florida. I have a podcast in which my co-host Jake Holston and I interviewed the Virginia Aquarium's lead researcher about this. And according to Mark Swingle, he said the turbines are far enough apart for the whales, but not far enough apart for the boats. So, fun thing about it is that they're just going to have their own little traffic patterns. The boats are going to go around it, and the whales could go straight through it to where there's no disruption in that manner. But I was asking, like, but, like, whales are super sensitive to sound, when fish in general, like, underwater, it just, like, kind of gets amplified. So, like, what if they choose to, like, avoid it? Are they going to have any issues with that? It's like, but if they avoid the turbines, they're also going to try to avoid the boats. But yeah, and, like, the thing is, like, the sound part, honestly, it was a concern to me because, like, my classroom has their own turbines. My classroom is a living classroom, which just means that it takes nothing from the energy grid or the sewers. Like, it's its own sustaining building, and it's one of the first lead certified buildings. Woohoo! Super exciting that I get to study there, but it's just, like, loud to me. But then I realized, like, it's only loud because I'm, like, walking next to it. But turbines, according to GE News, turbines only produce about 43 decibels, while the average AC produce about 50. So noise pollution is a big issue, of course, but, like, in comparison, it's nothing. So it's not really a big concern. And another concern is the fisheries. How are the fisheries going to be affected? And it's 27 miles off the coast. There's fish further out, there's fish further in. There's no issue in that, especially because the turbines will actually help the surrounding fish environment, due to like the cement they're going to use are actually going to promote coral reef growth, and fish are just going to want to hang around it. So there's going to be like more diverse fish in that water. Thus, in conclusion, go turbines, go green energy. We love saving the world. But yeah, so the fisheries aren't really going to be affected. Even if it is, it's mostly for the better, because it'll even invite more recreational fishing due to our promoted biodiversity in that general area. So go green energy, go Dominion for their CVAL project, and in conclusion, we're saving the world. So thank you so much for listening. Had a lot of fun talking about it. So thank you. Mikeila K, signing out.